What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got Game 3 at the Michigan GT Tournament. Now, if you guys been watching or been keeping up, or if you haven't been keeping up, anyways, round 1, I got a huge win against Jake motherfucking Murphy. Round 2, I got a decent loss. It wasn't a huge loss, but it was a decent loss against Eric and his Sky Sloop army. But then now, round 3, I'm going against Tom Baker. Now, Tom Baker is actually a veteran to 8th edition, that game that we do not speak of. So he's very familiar with the old rules. And now the reason I bring this up is because he didn't want to know my list. He's like, I'm so used to playing closed list. Let's play closed list. I'd rather be surprised. And I was like, all right. I mean, if you want to do it that way, that's fine with me. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I got to tell Dan, I am making a video right now. I'll talk to you after. Alright. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. So, and I'm going to leave that in. I don't even care to edit that shit out. You guys are going to hear me say that out loud. But, and he still freaking sends me a message. Dan, I'm going to make you watch this video, just so you can see this. Anyways. So, we're going to go ahead and line up. Now, Tom, I mean, I got knocked down a couple tables. I was on table 2. I'm down to like table 6. Tom has moved up. He's had 2 decent wins so far in this tournament, and he's going for his 3rd win against me. Now, so he has a Saurian Ancient army. I have my Orcs and Goblins, of course, and I don't have a picture of what he has on the table until we get to the table itself. So, which is odd, because I'm pretty sure I did take a picture of his army. But as you can see here, this is my unit of Boar Boys, or the Boarpocalypse. Now, this unit right here, he's putting his army down, and I go, hey, listen, I know you want to close this, but I should probably tell you what these guys have. And he's like, no, I don't want to know, just let me go for it, and I want to find out. And I'm like, okay. So these guys have a magic banner, for the rest of the people listening, that turn off all magic items. Alright. This is make an Ox Totem. Over here I got my unit of 5 Wolf Riders. They're just chaff. I got my unit of Feral Orc Ed Bashers with spears. They have the movement banner as well as Ironhide Icon, which gives them a 5 up board against shooting, which actually against Lizardmen, it's actually pretty decent because they have a lot of shooting potential, Lizardmen. Over here I got my General Zod. Zod is a bastard. He has not yet been killed at this tournament. Not killed at all. This bastard is a bastard. God, I love him. Over here I got the A-Rock, the Mother of Dragon, the trusty Gargantula Spider, the Arachnarok. She has been extremely useful, extremely trustworthy, and has always pulled through. She has been doing okay in this tournament. Not the best, but okay. Over here I got the Cave Trolls. 6 Cave Trolls. 4 up Armor Form Region, 4 up Magic Ward, and then up here, woo! I got the Chicken Rock and King Koopa. Chicken Rock is another Gargantula Spider. King Koopa is a Goblin King on a Huntsman Spider with all his extra shit. If you guys really want to know what I have, I put it on a video somewhere. It's floating around the internet. I get asked like at least once every other video, what does Koopa have on him? Over here I got 21 Cave Goblins with short bows and Madgit, and then over here I got 2 Goblin Shamans, level 2. One has a 3rd spell and an MR, the other one just has Dispel Scroll. For magic spells, I got Fix It Up, I got 2 Evil Eyes, I got Gift of the Mother Spider, and I got the Green Moon! Alright, for my opponent, he has, holy shit, I cannot read that. Let's see if I can blow it up a little bit. Cataclysm, Luminous Bolts, Blessing of on her, the Hidden Path, and the Guiding Hand. Oh my god. So it doesn't come up like blown up, like, you know, if you're to make the screen huge. And what did I think that just said? It looked like it said like getting hard. From like, cause it's all blurry and shit. And I was like, what the hell? He has a card that says "Getting Hard." What the fuck is this shit? Anyways, so we line up like this. I believe this was classic battle line, and so I got some ruins on my side. He has some ruins on his side. He has a pond or a lake or whatever it is. But I mean, we didn't really look it up. We really didn't care. We were like, do Lizardmen don't they get like Strider in the water or something like that. And we're like, whatever. We didn't really care. It didn't bother me too much. But he goes ahead. I believe. Did he drop first? Did I drop first? I'm gonna look it up. He dropped first. He dropped his whole army first, which kind of gave me some leverage. So I started deploying. Now the thing is, he has these hordes on the right side, and then he has, he has the hordes on the left side, but he has these giant unit of Croxagore that are strength like 7 or some shit, strength 6. So I don't want my spiders technically near those guys, but the good news is for Lizardmen, for me against Lizardmen, is most of my shit either attacks at the same time or actually faster, which is very rare for me. So I'm like, alright, that's fine. Now he does have one block in the dead center that has a Slan. He has his general, which is actually like a Saurus warrior general. Then he has his BSB, or I think that is the Slan. And then he has like another character in there. He has like 2 or 3 characters in that unit. I'm like, huh. It's a Death Star. Now, the funny thing is, and I gotta throw this in there too, is Tom tells me, yeah, he's like, I've been playing Ninth Age, and I haven't noticed anybody ever get tabled. Can anybody get tabled? And I was like, I've seen it happen. I've done it before too. And he's just like, huh. He's like, I've yet to see it. I'm like, all right, cool. So he ends up having, I mean, it is a very far view. So he has the Crocs on the left. He has a unit of mixed with Crocs and Skinks on right next to them. Then he has the big block of Saurus warriors with the Slan and the characters and the Death Star. Then he has 2 Razodons. I don't know what the hell they're called. The ones that shoot the spikes, right? He has a ancient whatever Stegodon or whatever it is, the one with the fucking bolt thrower on it. Then he has a unit of 5 cold ones, and then he has 2 units of like Camo Skinks or whatever they are. So the Camo Skink scout, and they pop up right here behind Koopa. Now I put Koopa in the ruins on purpose. I'm putting Koopa to face off against those knights up there because they have like a 1-up armor, but Koopa has the obsidian blade. He's gonna cut right through their armor, and I'm gonna mess them up. I've done this numerous times. I've done it on Yubi. I've done it on the games. I know how Koopa reacts with them, and they're a lower weapon skill than me. I'll be fine, right? So first thing he does is he moves up. Now he doesn't want to move up much. He has this whole like, I don't want you to charge me, I don't want to charge you yet, we're going to go ahead and shoot you with magic. So it goes into the magic phase. Magic phase, he got 9 power dice. He goes ahead and he does Blizzard on my spider so I can't shoot my web launcher. I'm like, alright. He goes ahead and he does Curse of the Wildwood on my savages so I can't march. I'm like, alright, or charge. And that was it. Shooting. Yeah, I think he shot with the freaking Camo Skinks, and they didn't really do shit. They were like, he missed a bunch of poisons. They were a little too far from the Chicken Rock, so he tries to run up as close as he can, but he couldn't do anything with them, and he just didn't roll any 6s. So it's gonna go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Woo! So I move the Chicken Rock to the flank of his Skinks, and the reason why I do this is I'm just gonna shoot him with short bows. I'm not too worried about him. I wasn't going to move up because I'm still worried about that Bastillodon coming in or Stegodon coming in, whatever it is. I moved Koopa up just a little bit, but at the same time, I'm doing it so he has to charge. If he charges with his Stegodon into my trolls, I don't care. I'll kill him eventually. I'll be steadfast for like a turn, maybe, if that, but at the same time, I'll kill him. The 2 spiders I'm trying to protect because he has a lot of poison shit, so I'm just kind of trying to like keep him back for a little bit. But I go ahead and I move the Goblins this way, and I'm going to Evil Eye those fucking Skinks, and I'm going to shoot them with 20-something shots, 27 shots with both 27 shots with the spider and the Goblins at the same time. So I'm hoping to kill them and get them out of my way, right? And then I move up. Obviously, I move up the trolls first. I'm not too worried about, like I said, I'm not too worried if the Stegodon charges in alone. And I'm too far for his cold ones to charge into me. But at the same time, I move up Zada, I move up my Boar Boys, and I'm looking at him, and I don't even want to move up my Chaff yet. I'm just kind of like, I'm going to keep the Chaff back. He's not going to shoot me on the left side. I'll be fine. Alright? Magic Phase got 6 power dice. I go ahead and I do the Green Moon, and he stops it. And I go ahead and I do an Evil Eye, and he stops it as well. And I was like, shit. That sucks. 7, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I got it off. Alright. So over here, I'm going to start shooting at the Skinks. I end up killing one here, and then I go ahead and I shoot these guys into the Skinks. I kill one more, and I don't think they even panic. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 2, Saurian Ancients. Saurian Ancients turn 2. So he doesn't charge in. And he does the same exact thing twice, which is he's afraid to move up. He actually moves a couple guys back, I believe, because he doesn't want to get charged yet. The thing is, he's really focused, and here's the truth, is he's really focused on my main block, the giant block in the center. He's like, you're like 15 or 16 inches away. You're going to need like 10 or 11 to get in. I'm going to move back a little bit, whatever, right? But I'm like, okay, it is what it is. He moves these guys to the side of the chicken rock here. He's just like, fuck it, I'm going to keep trying to poison his ass. Well, I went in the ruins, though, to get the protection. I'm a strider in the ruins. I don't care right now, personally, that I'm in the ruins, because I'm getting -1 to shoot at, or -1 to hit. You know, of course, he's looking for poisons, but whatever. Magic Phase, he got 4 power dice. He goes ahead, he does Luminous Bolt onto my trolls, and my trolls shrug it off and only take 2 wounds. These guys start shooting at the trolls, and they do absolutely... Oh, they do 1 wound, and they kill off 1 troll. Over here, this guy with his bolt thrower is going to go ahead and shoot at the A-Rock and does 1 wound. And that is it. It's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 2. And holy charging shit. Woo! Koopa! Koopa's charging into the freaking Stegodon. And so is the A-Rock, and we're just both going in. Fuck this fuck right here, right? I'm going to charge in the Boar Boys, Zod, and the Trolls into his main block, and I'm just like, you're too far from the Savages, but everything else is faster than the Savages. Savages are one of the slowest things I have in my army, so I'm charging them all into his Death Star. I figured I could turn off his ward saves, I could turn off any magic items he has, and I'm just going to beat the crap out of him with Trolls and Zod. So... And every time somebody asks me, he didn't ask me this, but every time somebody asks me, why are my boars in dart position? This is why. I need them to turn off the magical items, but I don't need them in my freaking way so I can get maximum charges with other stuff. So, Koopa and the A-Rock get in. All the freaking other guys get in, and I just move my savages up, no problem. I move the chicken rock out of the terrain and just march them this way, and I'm like, this is just, I'm just gonna overpower the center now. And I left the goblins over there to deal with those skinks. Magic Phase got 5 power dice. Go ahead and I do an evil eye. I only kill 1. He panics and he actually runs off the table. Close combat. There's no shooting. Close combat. I challenge. His general declines. He realizes he has no magic save or ward save, so he's just like, shit. And I challenge with Zod. Zod's just like, come on, man. Bring it. Let's go. And he's like, no, thank you. So, this is how it looks right now. And I'm just like, you know, the Boar Boys tipped. The freaking Trolls are centered. Zod tips. And I was kind of like, he walked away to pee for this when I was doing the charges, but I think I might have like played this technically wrong, where I think I was supposed to put more Boar Boys in combat, put 2 Boar Boys in combat, Zod in the middle, and then the Trolls on the outside. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. It looked about right to me though. So they all got in. Impact hits, gonna kill off a bunch of them. Freaking Zod goes, kills off a bunch of them. The freaking Trolls go, they're gonna kill off a bunch of them. The freaking Boar Boys go, they probably killed 1 or 2, because that's what they do. He did a total of 2 wounds onto the Trolls, and he failed to wound any of the freaking Boar Boys, and holy shit. Is he steadfast? He might have been steadfast. Let's see. He might have been steadfast. I think I only killed like half the unit. But he fails the steadfast, and he fails it again. I do cause fear, and he's going to break and run. And when he breaks and run, I just chase him down with everything I have. And holy shit, that's only turn 2, guys. Unfortunately, the Boar Boys clip into the freaking skinks, so they're going to be stuck in that combat now with the Crocs and the skinks. The Trolls and Zod are going to run past everything, so they're not going to be useful for another couple turns. But holy shit, they just took out his general, his BSB, his level 4. Holy shit, I just took out a good chunk of points turn 2. Over here, his Stegodon does 2 wounds onto the A-Rock. The A-Rock goes, and between the A-Rock and Koopa, they just poison the shit out of it, kill it, and Koopa's gonna stand there getting ready for a charge from his other guys over there, and it's gonna start off turn 3. Sorry, Ancients. Turn 3, he's charging in with his cold ones, and I'm just like, Koopa's there to handle it. Magic phase, he got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and does something. I dispel it with my dispel scroll. He does have a skink priest left somewhere. Um, and then over here, he moves his Razordons to shoot at the A-Rock. He goes ahead and shoots. I think he fails to wound, though. Over here, the cold ones. Koopa, you fat bastard! Koopa does 3 wounds. He does 1, and he's just like, holy shit, what does that guy have? I'm like, a 1-up armor, 4-up regen. And he goes through your armor saves, and he's just like, clock, clock, clock. And I was like, poison, poison, and I rolled a 5, and I rolled a 5 again, killed him. Holy shit, Koopa, you are a fat, fat bastard. He's going to lose that combat and run. If he doesn't lose it and run, he's going to stick there and die, but I'm pretty sure I wipe out that unit eventually. No, he stuck there. He did stick there. These guys were chaffed by my Wolf Riders. My Wolf Riders just basically died to his Crocs. He's going to go ahead and reform. And then over here, my Boar Boys end up killing 4 Skinks. He ends up killing one of my Boar Boys. And I'm going to stick there. And I believe I just reformed to try to get somebody else in. But it's going to go ahead and start off turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Savages are coming in. They're coming downhill into those freaking Skinks. And I fail the charge. It was an easy charge, too. It wasn't even that far. But I still failed the charge. And you can see a picture of Thomas there. He's kind of like, oh, shit, this is getting nasty. Turn the A-Rock in. I turn Zod around. I turn the Trolls around. I think the Trolls actually fail Stupidity, to be honest. Magic Phase. Got 7 power dice. Go ahead and I do the Green Moon. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I get double 6s. You can't even stop it. I go ahead and I shoot it out. And I shoot it through my Trolls into his Skinks. And holy shit. Nope. 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 I take it back. I roll the dice and I misfire it. And boom. I hit my own guys. Oh, that sucks. It didn't get the chance to kill all those damn Skinks. It would have killed so many fucking Skinks. Koopa ends up wiping out these guys, turns himself around, and over here, I'm just going to lose based on combat res. I don't have enough Boar Boys to get in to do damage, more or less. I only did like 1 wound, and guys, there's the ambulance. Alright. So I do like 1 wound here, and he just wins by ranks and banners. My Boar Boys are going to run. They run away. He chases, takes my banner. And it looks like he did 2 wounds, basically. Yeah, he did like 2 wounds. So he definitely won. He's going to chase. He's going to start off his turn. Turn 4, Lizardman. He's going to chase my Boar Boys off the table. I believe he does. His Crocs actually catch him. Then his Skinks actually charge into my Savages because he figured either he turns around and takes it like a man, he can't march out of range, or he's going to just basically charge me before I charge him. So he charges in, gets in like so. Magic Phase, he got 10 power dice, and whatever he did, I basically stopped it. Close combat, or I'm sorry, shooting. This guy's still shooting at my A-Rock. He's just trying to get out of my line of sight with his guys, and he ends up doing like a wound or 2, but it doesn't do much. And then over here, close combat. I'll put it to you this way. It looks like he's killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Savages, roughly. And I started killing so many Skinks that he couldn't even take off. He didn't even want to take off the bodies. He was just like, he's like, start putting the dice there. Excuse me. And he's like, that's 10 dead so far, then another 5 or so. And he was just like, to be honest, he's like, I think he actually sticks there for a turn, but I was going to just charge him in the rear with Zod. And he's just like, dude, he's like, I'm just going to call it here. You got this. He's like, you're about to finish off the Skinks, which I was. My Savages were still frenzy. I didn't even lose combat. And I have everybody live, like, converging down onto what is left of his army. And he's like, you got this, man. He's like, the Crocs are out of it. He's like, your characters are still healthy. The spiders are both still healthy. This is just going to get really nasty really fast. And my A-Rock, or Chicken Rock, was going to come down the flank, too. So he was just like, I call it there, dude. It was a massive, massive Orc and Goblin victory. Also, the scenario was to hold the center, because there's like something in the center that gives you bonus magic which my little Baxter there was getting his bonus magic off of it. So basically, it's a big Orc and Goblin victory. I got 27 points. I'm not kidding. 27 points. My opponent ended up walking away with, let's see, I have it right here. He ended up walking away with 6 points from objectives and stuff like that. But yeah, that threw me back up from that big loss I had. I'm actually back on table 2 for day 2. They put up the scores on who's going to play who on the next day, and my opponent for day 2 is actually Neil Hamilton. Now, if you guys don't know who Neil Hamilton is, Neil Hamilton's a really good Beastman player. He's actually one of the top 10 on War Score. He is actually 3rd, I think, in War Score, which is just huge. That's a huge thing, you know. So it's like, oh, crap, I got to play the number 3 guy. Now, the truth is, number 1 table still Rodrigo. Rodrigo has been sitting pretty there since day 1, since round 1. So he was on the first table, he stayed on the first table, and he never left the first table. Table 2, it's me versus Neil. But round 1, table 1, it's actually Mike Hernandez versus Rodrigo. So Mike Hernandez is the number 1 guy on War Score. That's crazy. That is crazy. So the number 1 guy, the number 3 guy, and then me, the number 9 guy. I'll take my spot as number 9. It's cool. But that's crazy. It's just it's very like high up there. And then right underneath me is Jake motherfucking Murphy versus Lenny Zakowski. So Team America's fighting each other on round 4 on table 3. And basically I've come to the conclusion that Rodrigo's going to have to face one of us on those tables. So it's going to be interesting how it goes. Even if he loses to Mike, and Rodrigo has a huge jump. He has like 100 points or like 80 points when everybody else is like at 60 or some shit like that. So he has a huge jump. I forgot how that worked, but he's way up there. As for MVP of this game, you guys are not going to believe who I decided was the MVP. It's the Borpocalypse. The Borpocalypse, they're very... When they go in a Death Star, they go in a Death Star and destroy it. So, Koopa did great. Koopa really did good in this game. He killed a Cold One Riders and a Stegodon basically by himself. Savages obviously took out that Skink Croc thing. The Trolls did really good, and then they just got stupid and just sat in the middle over there, didn't do shit afterwards. And then... obviously, my Wolf Riders held up the chaff and made sure that he didn't charge the flank of my Boar Boys early on, which it wouldn't have mattered because the Boar Boys ended up dying anyways. And the Chicken Rock didn't even have to do anything. He was just kind of just chilling back. A-Rock too. A-Rock, after he killed the Bastillodon, or Stegodon, I don't know why I keep on saying Bastillodon, Stegodon, the A-Rock was just kind of just chilling there as well, getting shot by those Razodons. And Zod is a fucking beast, man. Holy shit, Zod is a beast. But yeah, so really, I gotta give it to the Borpocalypse. The Borpocalypse basically messed up his whole game. I tried to tell him early on, Tom, you gotta hear what these guys do, because this is gonna mess up somebody's day, and they did. Him playing that game where he's like, are you gonna charge, am I gonna charge? I took advantage of the fact that everything on the flanks or everything on the side of the Savages were faster than the Savages, and I kind of knew that he was sitting back because he didn't want to get charged by the Savages. So that actually paid off big time. I did need some big charges like 9s and 10s and stuff, but I got it, more or less. I think they might have just been 9s. But, yeah, that was pretty big. Guys, that was the MVP. I'm going to go ahead and post the points up so you guys can see the running score of how many points everybody's earning in this tournament. Unfortunately, the Boar Boys haven't scored any points in the first 2 games, but this game they're going to score pretty decently. So they're going to get up on their points. Zod as well. Zod's going to get a good chunk of points. But, yeah, guys, round 4, Beast Herds, Neil Hamilton, number 3 in War Score, and new applicant to Team Mexico. So let's see how that goes. And guys, for those of you who don't know about this already, I am doing Team Mexico for ETC Salamanca, Spain. So if you guys by chance are Mexican by descent, okay, message me. You can message me on Facebook or on YouTube or on the Ninth Age forums. Send me an application. We are looking for at least one more Mexican to fill in a spot. But besides that, we did fill in all the other spots roughly. There's a couple spots that are kind of floating, but we have applicants that we are looking into filling in those spots. And I just want to announce this, guys, for those of you who watched this video and are you get a little sneak peek of what's going on to Team Mexico, and I'm going to officially announce this. One of our newest team members. So far, it's myself, my brother, Mike Hernandez, Max Lapora, okay? And then our fifth member is Skaven in AZ. So, BAM! Check that shit out, Skaven in AZ. He's our rat player. And he'll be at Team Mexico in Salamanca, Spain. So we have some other spots, but I'm going to go ahead and explain those later when we get there. Guys, I'll talk to you in the next video. If you guys appreciate and like my videos and what goes on here, you guys can always show some support and love by going to my Patreon. I'm going to put the Patreon link down below and donate something. Donate $1 a month. That'd be awesome. I know it's not much, and I know that it sounds like I'm a greedy bastard, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to, help afford this hobby because it does take a lot for me to buy a fucking laptop so I can freaking do the battle reports, or a mic that broke twice on me already, and or the batteries for the camera. So, guys, if you guys could show some support, go to my Patreon, help me out, start donating, and that'll be awesome. It'll also help me get to Spain for next year. And also, if you know somebody who is Mexican who plays this game, send them tell them, dude, you might actually have a chance. Get there. You don't have to be a top 10 player. We already looked at the top 10 players. You don't have to be, just decent skill level. Send us a message. We're gonna go ahead and test it out. And we have a year to get ready for this. So that's the one thing. If you guys doubt your skill level, please understand. You're going to be working with some of the best players in the U.S. or in Mexico. And we're going to be helping you with strategies and team building and army building. And so this is going to be a good experience for you. So go ahead and send me an application, and I'll be looking forward to it, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. I already think I covered it all, so I'm just going to go ahead and say later and peace.